I'm joined here by my colleagues in the Senate Democratic Caucus. As you can see, the colleagues I have behind me represent the great diversity that we have in the state of Illinois. And we just passed SJRCA 121, largely because we think that we should preserve respecting the great diversity that we have in the state of Illinois. And let me be clear, when I speak of diversity, all too often when people speak of diversity, people think of racial diversity and ethnic diversity, but I'm talking about the diversity of the state from a geographic standpoint, from also a racial and ethnic standpoint, from a religious standpoint, from every type of standpoint. So I posed the question to be put out there now that this is going to the House of Representatives, where SJRCA 44, again, passed with bipartisan support, including the vote of Leader Cross, whether or not, we're going to advance this reform to the way we do remapping in the state of Illinois with bipartisan support. But I'm proud of what my colleagues and I, and with the help of staff, have put together, and with the help of the Paul Simon Public Policy Institute and various other advocacy groups, including the League of Women Voters and others who attended the Reform Commission, and others who attended the hearings that we had throughout the state, gave us input. The Brennan Legal Center, NAACP, Legal Defense Fund, MALDEF, the Asian American Institute, and scores of other individuals who gave us input, and we did not rush to coming to what would be our resolution. We took our time because we were getting input from individuals and groups from all across the state. Because it's a good resolution, it's good reforms. It gets rid of the picking out of the hat. It adds criteria that is not existent in current law. And in the end, one of the main highlights, it allows, instead of allowing legislative leaders to pick the people who draw the map, it allows the people of the state of Illinois to pick the people who draw the map. Roll call of HJRCA 44, which is substantially similar to SJRCA 121. If you notice on that roll call, there's a wide bipartisan support. That outline. Why we introduced it now? Because we wanted to take a deliberative approach to introducing a resolution and introduce a good end product, and I think that's what we did. But the other thing is, nothing in our proposal usurps the power that the Supreme Court already has in that circumstance. It's contemplated at the 1970 Constitutional Convention to put in place a temporary map. The fact that I had hearings all across the state, from the fact that I had exchange with all sorts of people, both people who are supportive, and people who are not supportive, and I was willing and open to meet. I met with the League of Women Voters for an hour and a half in my district office last June, when they told me nothing of this notion of them having a citizens initiative. I've not turned away anybody who had an interest or willingness to communicate something about redistricting. So my comments, and it was striking to me that there were no questions. Did anybody notice that? No. There were no questions from the other side of the aisle. No. I think that speaks to the merit of our bill.